Hello hit takers, it's Bodgeups here again. Today I'm going to kickstart my how to make a sniper scope cam video series. Now today's video is all about how to choose the right camera for the job. There are many different types of camera out there, not all of them are suitable for it though. So it's my intention to try and give you some background knowledge on the subject so you can get started making your own sniper scope cam videos. So first of all, we'll look at what you need to choose for the scope camera. Now, it goes without saying that this is the most important camera that you need to focus on, so you want to get it right. When looking for a scope camera, you should always make sure that its minimum recording quality is 1080p, high definition. The first type of setup is to use a camcorder. This is the most popular method of setting up a scope cam, and many players who put their footage on YouTube will use this kind of setup, myself included. The camcorder that I use is a Panasonic HDC-SD800. A camcorder has many advantages straight out of the box. The first and most important one in my mind is the optical zoom that a camcorder will give you, because without an optical zoom you won't be able to look at your targets. You know, other benefits that you have are that you can actually look at what the camera is looking at in-game by opening up the screen. You can get long battery life without any serious modification to the camera. You can just buy bigger batteries. And if you did need to change the batteries, it's easy to do that on a camcorder. And lastly, of course, you get much higher quality audio and video from a camcorder, which is useful for the overall quality of the video that you want to make. Now, there are some disadvantages to using a camcorder, however. First of which is that they can be quite expensive to get. My particular one costs £250 second hand, and if you buy a comparable quality camcorder from the shops nowadays, you might be looking at well over £300 for something similar. Something else to bear in mind is that a camcorder will add a reasonable amount of weight to the top of your gun. It's roughly about the weight of a loaded gas pistol magazine. My particular camera weighs about 330 grams. It can also be quite bulky, so if you do go down the camcorder route, that's something that you should be prepared for. The second type of setup is to use a dash-cam style camera and modify it so it's fit for purpose. I have a Mobius action camera, which some of you might have seen me use on my MP7 red dot cam videos. And while I don't use this for my sniper scope videos, I've got quite a few friends on YouTube that do. So please check out KFactor39 and Danga Inst's channels. I am sorry if I said that wrong, by the way. Now, the advantages that a dash cam style camera give you are that they're much smaller and more compact. The Mobius camera, for example, it's pretty much the size of a box of matches. They're also much cheaper than camcorders. The Mobius camera in particular only costs between £50 and £60 depending on where you buy it from. And then furthermore, it's also a lot lighter. This one is only 38 grams, which is almost 90% lighter than the camcorder that I have. If you had that on top of your scope, you'd barely notice it there. Now, there are a few disadvantages to using this kind of camera. At the end of the day, it's a dash cam. It's designed for capturing a lot of footage when you're driving a car, so it's got a wide angle lens on it. If you want to use it as a scope cam, you'll have to purchase an aftermarket narrow focus lens to do that. It's not difficult to put that in, but it is an extra step that you'd need to go down. Furthermore, battery changes are not easy. The battery is built into the body of the camera, so you need to disassemble it to swap it over. And lastly, in comparison to a camcorder, the audio quality is going to be lower because it only has a mono microphone, whereas a lot of modern day camcorders have stereo microphones and can pick up on a lot of the ambient noise in the area. So, after you've made a decision on the camera you'd like to use for your scope cam, it's time to look at getting some secondary cameras. Now, additional cameras will add more content to your videos, because at the end of the day, no matter how active or inactive you are as a sniper, you won't be pointing that main camera at people all day long, so you need to fill in the gaps. Now, action cameras are the logical choice for this camera role, as they're usually quite small and tough. GoPros are a popular choice for this, but many people use Mobius cameras and other brands of action camera as well. But from a buying perspective, the same basic rule applies. So long as it can record at 1080p high definition, you'll be fine. If you can only get a single secondary camera, my advice is to use that as a head cam. Now that way, you'll capture your surrounding environment and your viewers will be able to see what you were looking at during the game. Now, if you're able to get two secondary cameras, then the second one is perfect for using as a barrel or a gun cam. This will give you extra footage and will add variety to your videos. Now that's it for part 1 of this series. I hope you found the information useful and will get you on your way to making your own sniper scope cam videos. Part 2 will focus on how to mount a camcorder style camera onto your sniper rifle and look at how to mount the secondary cameras as well. Thank you very much everybody for watching. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments, please share the video and make sure that like button takes its hits. I'll see you on the playing field.